Let's be honest, we all dream of a world without passwords. But what does that world actually look like? Who's standing guard at the gates? Well, today we're pulling back the curtain on the unseen hero that makes it all possible.
Seriously, just for a second, try to count them. 10? 20? 50? It's this chaotic mess of capital letters, numbers, and special characters that we're all forced to juggle. It's exhausting, right?
Okay, but what if that number was 0? I mean, imagine it, never having to type, remember, or reset a password ever again. And listen, this isn't some far-off science fiction concept. This future is being built right now. The group leading the charge is the FIDO Alliance. But their entire amazing system for secure, passwordless logins, it all hinges on one critical, often overlooked component, the FIDO2 Server. And that is the unsung hero we're focusing on today.
So what's the big deal with this server? What does it actually do? Well, you can think of it as both the central brain and the head of security for every single passwordless logging.
And this isn't just my take. The official FIDO specification says it right there in black and white. Servers are the critical piece. They're the glue that makes sure your fingerprint scanner, your phone, and your security key can all speak the same secure language to any website.
And believe me, the server's mission is huge. Just think about all the different kinds of authenticators out there. Laptops with special security chips, every type of smartphone, those simple little USB keys. A lot of these gadgets are what we call resource-constrained. They don't have a ton of processing power. So the server has to do all the heavy lifting. It has to speak all these different cryptographic dialects and handle all the complexity so that any device, no matter how simple, can connect securely.
Okay, so let's see this thing in action. We'll start with that very first moment, that first handshake, when you add a new device to one of your accounts. This is where it all begins. This is where trust is established. It all starts with the server making the first move. It sends out a unique, totally random, one-time use puzzle, which we call a challenge. Your new device, let's say it's your phone, gets this challenge and immediately creates a brand new set of cryptographic keys. It then uses its secret private key, the one it never ever shares, to solve the server's puzzle and send the answer back as proof. But hold on, just solving the puzzle isn't quite enough. The server has to be paranoid. It has to ask, can I even trust this new device? Is it legit? It needs proof that the device itself is the real deal. This crucial step is called attestation. And honestly, the best way to think about it is like a passport check at the border. When you go to a new country, an agent checks your passport once to make sure it's a real government-issued document. Attestation is exactly that. It's the one-time passport check for your device. And this is where it gets really amazing. That simple tap of your finger when you register, that one tiny action kicks off this incredibly complex process. Your device generates this dense block of cryptographic data. It's packed with certificates and signatures. This right here is the device's passport, and the server has to read it, understand it, and validate it, all in milliseconds. So the server runs down a super strict checklist. First, it double-checks that the challenge it's getting back is the same fresh one it just sent. No old, reused stuff allowed. Then it goes through that digital passport with a fine-tooth comb, verifying the entire certificate chain all the way back to a trusted manufacturer. And on top of all that, it has to be a language expert, fluent in all the different data formats a device might use, whether that's PACT, TPM, or U2F. Okay, so your device's passport has been stamped. It's officially trusted. But what about just logging in every day? You know, the thing you do all the time. That has to be lightning fast, but it absolutely cannot sacrifice any security. Well, the process looks pretty similar, but it's way more streamlined. The server, once again, kicks things off with a fresh, random challenge. Your device, which is now a trusted friend, uses its private key to sign it and sends it right back. This new piece of proof is called an assertion. So let's go back to our analogies. If attestation was the formal, one-time passport check, then assertion is the quick, daily secret handshake. It's just a super fast way for your device to tell the server, yep, it's me, and my owner is right here, right now. The server recognizes the handshake, and boom, you're in. So this is the key takeaway, the most important distinction you need to remember. Attestation is all about trusting the hardware. That's the one-time passport check. Assertion, on the other hand, is about confirming the user is present at that exact moment. That's the everyday secret handshake. All right, let's zoom out a bit. Why does all of this matter? Why are all these strict rules for the server so important? Because this, right here, is the foundation. It is the bedrock that makes a truly secure and, just as importantly, universal passwordless internet possible. This is the Guardian's Rulebook,
and there are absolutely no shortcuts allowed. By enforcing these rules, always using fresh random challenges, validating every certificate, supporting every format, and checking every single signature, the server acts as the ultimate guardian of our digital identities.
And this quote from the FIDO spec just nails it. It really sums up the whole philosophy. See, the burden of all this complexity is put on the server on purpose. And because of that, any FIDO authenticator from any company can work with any FIDO-enabled service seamlessly and securely. The server is the universal translator and the ultimate guarantor of trust.
So the next time you log in with your fingerprint or tap your security key, just take a second to remember that unseen guardian working in the background, that server, meticulously checking passports and verifying secret handshakes in the blink of an eye. With these powerful systems in place, the question isn't if we'll say goodbye to passwords, but just how soon.